Hey, what's going on, and welcome back to another episode of Metal Master Fab Shop. My name is Matt, and on today's episode we are going to be working on the inner rocker, also the cab mounts, and hopefully we can get that done and show you guys how we do it. Okay, so first thing first, I'm going to be trying to get most of this, whatever this is considered here. I don't know if it's actually an inner rocker or not, but that's the first step. I'm going to be getting that out of the way. That way I can come back in here and start kind of figuring out what's going to be good metal, what's going to be bad, and what needs to be removed. This floor, I think I'm going to end up probably just making a sheet for that out of just 18 gauge steel. I didn't actually buy the patch panel for this because it's a pretty easy shape. It's nothing too crazy, so I'm going to get on this and start trying to rip some of this up and out of here. Don't look like too much of it. Alrighty, I was able to wrestle this inner rocker out of here, which I guess that's what you can call that. It looks like some type of galvanized metal or something. I don't know. Somebody bent it up maybe and made their own. I don't know exactly what's going on. Yep, I was ended up getting that out with just my hammer and this panel splitter here. There was just a couple little spot welds here and there along the bottom of this rocker that they had just kind of welded them here and there on down through the seams. Kind of discovered a little bit more work up front here than what I was originally anticipating. There's a lot of rust up here, and it continues all the way up into this seam. As you can tell, that's completely split, which usually there's a factory seam all the way together here. And basically this panel and this panel are both broke at a 90, and they butt together and they're stitch weld or plug welded all the way down through here. And then you get a little thin layer of seam sealer that usually comes in the factory right there. So after removing the old inner rocker, I just got this new one that I've got. It's I don't remember where I got this one from exactly, but you can get them just about anywhere on the internet. So got it set in here. And the game plan is going to be to come in here and just kind of like I did on the cab corner, I'm just going to get a rough cut so I can start getting this thing fit down in there. We need, also this cab is going to have to be pulled up some, so I have to address that here in a little bit. But we'll get everything kind of lined up and we'll see where this panel's telling us where it's wanting to go. Before I go much farther, I just wanted to kind of get you in here and show you what we were working with. But all this is rotten, obviously, so I'm going to be ending up coming in here, cutting out some of their foam work. They have put new rockers in here, surprisingly. I don't know how they came about doing that and then doing everything else. This cab support is going to be fully replaced. I've got a new one, which it feels pretty solid on up in here, so may end up just doing a little bit of it. Alrighty, after some careful consideration, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much cut this entire panel out. It's just thin all through here. Got a lot of 18 gauge sitting over there, so I'll probably just go back with that on top of here. That way I can kind of open up all this and kind of see what's going on. Just kind of get a fresh start and a fresh canvas. Little brace that goes underneath here is all really solid. I'm gonna get this cut and then cut these spot welds going down through there and hopefully move this off, and then hopefully be able to get in and check out the condition of this upper cab support here, as it feels like it's pretty solid past this point here. So if I can graft in one of the new ones, that would be pretty good. That way we can retain where the bolt hole is going to be. Alrighty, so the new rocker, inner rocker, has been installed, which It's been a couple weeks because I was waiting on this piece, which is the kick panel. That is all welded in, and it needed replaced because it was just really rotted down in here. Now that everything's good to go there and everything's welded in, what I'm going to do is probably end up cutting back here, go ahead and make this floor the rest of the way. I went ahead and left the top body mount plate here just so I can catch the floor onto that, and it's pretty thick metal. You can clean this up and there's usually plenty left behind unless it's just really rotten, which luckily on this one it's not. And also I just cut the cab support off basically right about to this point. I'll end up coming in here, cutting this off and putting that in there like that, and that'll connect down to your inner rocker and all that good stuff. So got this new cab support in, and it's all stitch welded or plug welded, whatever you want to call it. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is moving back here to the rear and installing this back cab support. Cab support is going to be running underneath the floor right here, and it's going to connect over into this side, and of course the body bushing will go right here. So the next thing I need to do is get this body jacked back up again and start test fitting that and just kind of get that in there. Everything is test fit up in here. I actually put a nut cert in right here, and then on this one we'll probably just plug weld that. Made a couple holes here, so we'll end up putting spot welds in all those holes right there, and then come back and obviously seam seal all this. Everything is fitting up pretty well. As you can tell here, the previous owner was kind enough to cut all this out. So I'll have to come back in here and make that brace come all the way over and connect into here. Alrighty, so that's going to wrap this one up. All the inner structure of the cab is in. I haven't got around to getting this side in just yet, but it's basically the same as this side, so no need to show you that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one, and thanks for sticking in here. As always, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, which I didn't enjoy it very much, so hopefully you enjoyed it more than that maybe. We're about done with this rust repair on Dad's truck, so getting on to the fun stuff here in a minute, like lowering kits, painting the frame, and hopefully reassembling this thing and getting it roadworthy. So if you don't care, come back next week and check it all out. See y'all.